Hello everyone and welcome back to CodeChef. In this video, we will continue exploring functions by understanding four powerful concepts: return statement, default argument, function overloading, and basic recursion. These ideas will take your C++ skills to the next level. So let's get started.
Return statement in functions. A return statement is used to perform two tasks. First, send a value back from the function to the caller, and second, end the execution of the function. Every function that has a non-void return type must return something. Non-void return type means any data type like int, float, double, and so on. So now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see how to use the return statement in C++. The program objective is area of a rectangle, and the expected output is the area of the rectangle with length 10.5 and width 5.3 is 55.65 square units. Now let's discuss the code. Hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Now here we have the function definition. Double calculate rectangle area. Inside bracket we are passing the parameters double length comma double width bracket close. Then inside the curly brace we have function definition double area is equal to length into width semicolon, and then return area semicolon and bracket close for the function definition. So here, since the data type of this function is a non-void data type, that is double, so it will return area. Then the main function int main curly brace start double length is equal to 10.5 semicolon double width is equal to 5.3 semicolon. Then double area is equal to, and then we are making a function call calculate rectangle area. Now inside this bracket we are passing values for the parameters that we have used inside the function length comma width, for which we have already defined the values here, and then semicolon. See out in double inverted commas the area of the rectangle with length, then print the value of variable length again in double inverted commas and width. Now print the value of variable width, then is colon in double inverted commas, and then print the value of variable area. How to do that? How to calculate the value of variable area? From here, length into width, and then in double inverted commas square units ENDL and semicolon, return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. The area of rectangle with length 10.5 and width 5.3 is 55.65 square units, which is exactly similar to the expected output. Default arguments in C++. If the caller does not provide a value for a parameter, the function uses the default one. So basically default arguments are used when we are not providing the value of a parameter while calling the function. Then rules of default arguments. First, default values are assigned only in the function declaration and not definition. Second is parameters with default values must appear from right to left. Let us see an example on the CodeChef platform for using default arguments in C++. The program objective is calculating the total price, and the expected output is total price with default text colon $105 and total price with 10% text colon $110. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Now here we have function declaration with default argument. So double, then the name of the function is calculate total price. Now inside bracket we have written double original price comma double tax rate is equal to 5.0 and bracket close. So here we have already provided the value of parameter tax rate. which is 5.0. So here this is the default argument. Then curly brace begin for the function body. Double tax amount is equal to original price into tax rate, and then bracket close divide by 100 semicolon. Return original price plus tax amount semicolon. Bracket close for the function body. Now here we have not provide value for the parameter original price. So whatever value we will get for original price in the main function, we will provide it here, and then by default the tax rate value is already given as default argument, and then we are going to return the value of original price added to tax amount, which is going to be the final output when this program will be called. Now coming to the main function, int main, then curly brace begin, double price is equal to 100.0 semicolon, and double total is equal to, and then we are calling the function calculate total price. Now inside the bracket I have passed parameter price. So since the value of price is 100 here, this value 100 will be considered for which parameter? Original price, because for tax rate the value is already given as a default argument. Then Cout in double inverted commas total price with default tax colon dollar, then we will print the value of total. That means the value of total for tax rate is equal to 5%. Then ENDL and semicolon. Now total is equal to calculate total price in bracket price comma 10 bracket close and semicolon. So here the value of price is 100 as we have defined. For tax rate we are providing a new value which is 10. So now the tax rate is changed from 5 to 10. Cout in double inverted commas total price with 10% tax colon dollar, and then we are printing the value for total, then ENDL and semicolon. Return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. Total price with default tax is equal to $105. Total price with 10% tax is equal to $110, which is exactly similar to the expected output. Next is function overloading in C++. Function overloading allows you to create multiple functions with the same name as long as their parameter types or counts are different. So basically, function overloading means we can create more than one function with the same name, but the only condition is that the parameters that we are passing inside those functions should be different in number plus data type. Now why is it useful? Because it makes code more readable. It allows multiple versions of a function to perform similar tasks, and it helps avoid confusing function names like add int, add float, add double. So these are just examples which show function names that are confusing. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see how to perform function overloading in C++. The program objective is overloaded print functions for different data types. Now when we run the program, as user input we have to give two values. First is 5 and second is 4 and 6. Then expected output should be area of square colon 25, area of rectangle colon 24. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then double calculate area, in bracket we have passed the parameter double side. Bracket begins, curly brace open for the function body. Return side into side semicolon and bracket close for the function body. Now we have another function double calculate area, but here we are passing two different parameters, double length double width. Bracket begins, return length into width semicolon, and the bracket closes for the second function too. Now here you can see both the first function as well as the second function have same name, exactly the same name, calculate area. But when we look at the parameter, the first function has only one parameter, while the second one has 2 parameters. Though their data types are same, but the count of parameters is different. So this is how we perform function overloading in C++. Coming to the main function, int main bracket begins double side comma length comma width semicolon, then cin extraction operator side semicolon. So here we have to give value for side as user input. Then double square area is equal to function call. We have made a function call here, calculate area, and as parameter we are writing side. So since we are providing just one parameter inside the function call, this means we are calling the first function. Then cout in double inverted commas area of the square colon, then print the value of variable square area, which has to be side multiplied by side, then endl and semicolon. Again, cin extraction operator, now we have to give the value of variables length and width as user input. Then double rectangle area is equal to, again we are making a function call calculate area. Now in parameters we are passing the value of length comma width bracket close and semicolon. So since this time we are offering two values as method parameter values, so the code for the second function will run here. Then cout in double inverted commas area of the rectangle colon, then print the value of rectangle area, which is length into width, then endl semicolon, return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now for the first function call we are providing the value 5, and for the second function call we are providing the value 4 and 6. Let us run the program to see the output. Area of square is equal to 5 into 5, that is 25. Area of rectangle is equal to 4 into 6, which is 24. Last but not the least, basic recursion in C++. Recursion is when a function calls itself to solve a smaller part of the larger problem. So when we are performing recursion, we are making the function call itself inside its function body. We will understand this in depth with the help of example. Before that, let's have a look at the advantages and disadvantages of recursion. Advantages are that this is a very clean and elegant solution, and it's great for problems like factorial, Fibonacci, tree/graph traversal. And disadvantages are it uses more memory than loops, and it can cause stack overflow if recursion goes too deep. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see an example of basic recursion. The program objective is basic recursion, and the expected output is the factorial of 5 is (120). Coming to the code, hash include iostream using namespace std semicolon. Now we have the function int factorial. The parameter that we are passing is int n. Then bracket begins for the function body if n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1. Then return 1 semicolon. Bracket close for the if block. Then else, bracket begins for the else block, return n into factorial n minus 1 bracket close semicolon, and bracket closed for the return statement for the else block, and bracket closed for the function body. So this is the code for finding factorial of a number. Whenever we are getting numbers 0 or 1, the factorial will always be 1. But if it is anything more than 1, then it will be multiplied by all the numbers which are more than 0 and less than that number itself. And here you can see return n into factorial n minus 1. Factorial n minus 1, what is it? It is basically the function itself. So this is what recursion is all about. The function calls itself to solve a smaller part of a larger problem. Let's go to the main function. Int main curly brace begin int number is equal to 5 semicolon, then int result is equal to factorial. Now inside the factorial we are passing value of variable number. semicolon, then cout in double inverted commas the factorial of, then 5, because the value of variable number is 5. In double inverted commas is colon, and then we will print the value of variable result, which is the calculated factorial for 5 number. ENDL and semicolon, then return 0, semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. The factorial of 5 is colon 120. So if you calculate 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, it will be 120. This is how we perform basic recursion in C++.
In this video, we explored 4 essential concepts related to C++ functions: the return statement, default argument, function overloading, and recursion. These features allow you to write advanced, readable, and optimized code. Now it's your turn to practice using these concepts on the CodeChef platform. Thank you so much for watching.